Thanks for tuning in today. Today we're testing whether accuracy will beat wind bucking capabilities. Teamlawrence issued a challenge where you shoot off of a tripod 6 rounds. He was shooting at 1,068 yards. Today we're trying to recreate that, but we're going to do it at 1,078 yards. Since we came out here and the windy conditions are horrible, we got about a 20 mile an hour right to left wind. It just switched to about a 10 mile an hour left to right wind. I wanted to know, should I choose the cartridge that's wind bucking, or should I choose the cartridge that's proven to be more accurate? The 6.5 Creedmoor we're using has proved to be consistently quarter MOA. We'll call it a half MOA gun versus my 28 Nosler. This gun I would call a 1 MOA gun. It's accurate, but it's not as accurate as this one. Why shoot one gun when you can shoot two? We're going to shoot both, 2 shooters, 6 rounds apiece. We'll do 3 with the 6.5, 3 with the 28, and we'll see what the results tell us.
So this is our tripod we're going to be shooting on. Usually we use this for filming. We obviously don't have any clamps or anything. It's also not quite tall enough for me to shoot off, so I'm going to be using a bag on top of it. Obviously not an ideal setup. I've shot from a tripod. This might be my 3rd shot ever. So if it goes really crappy, I have a lot of built-in excuses, and I'm okay with that. Again, we're at 1,078 shooting. The wind has been switching left to right, back to left. It's been swirling pretty hard and gusting up to probably 10, maybe 15. But when you're shooting this far, that does a lot to a bullet. I'm gonna be shooting the 100 grain ELD VTs, which doesn't necessarily do great in the wind, but out of this rifle, they tend to shoot really accurately. So that's why we're gonna compare a really accurate gun versus one that does really good in the wind. So we'll do 3 shots with this, 3 shots with the 28, and see if it makes any difference. And we'll go from there.
Are you going to be able to spot your own impacts?
It's possible that I can't. Right to left or left to right?
Left to right.
What?
Left to right. I'd give it a good 5 minutes off edge.
Okay, you ready?
Yep. Do you see it? Your top edge, foot right.
Okay. Ready?
Yep. You're 3 feet right level with the bottom of the T-post.
You ready?
Yep. No call.
Well, we'll switch to the 28, see if that helps, but it's a tricky shot. Oh, we don't have muzzle flash anymore.
No, but it still might.
I hope not.
I hope not, too.
If you get blown off the stand, it's one of the reasons I don't like the Magnums as much. Were you holding dead center when you shot this?
Yeah. Give it 3 minutes off left edge. Maybe 4. It feels like it's picking up.
You ready?
Yep.
Good heck.
Perfect height. You're probably 1 minute off right edge.
Okay. You ready?
Yep. About 1 minute off left edge. Couple, maybe an inch off the right edge. It might have been 4 or 5, but it was damn close. 3 shots using the 6.5 Creedmoor ELD VT ammo, 1,078 yards.
Ooh, just off right edge. Still off right edge, about 4 inches low. Right edge again.
.28 Nosler, 1,078 yards, 3 shots.
Hit it. Just off right. Ooh, just
Tall.
over the top.
All right, guys. So I just filmed my 3 shots with the 6.5 Creedmoor. I'm not sure if the intro got saved or not, but I did an intro, shot 3 times. Ended up going 3 for 3 at 1,078 from the bench, but that footage lost. We're too cheap and too broke to pay for upgraded storage, and we film all this content for you guys off of our iPhones. So when we run out of storage, it just cuts the video or wipes the video. So I don't know how much of that's going to be there or not. Hopefully you guys can believe me. 3 for 3 so far. But good start so far. Shot number 2.
Hit.
3. Three for 3 so far, but I'm going to go ahead and redo it. Hopefully we can repeat those results. So yeah, as I explained in the intro, which may or may not be saved, off the tripod, extremely wobbly. We were predominantly left to right wind, although it was switching shot to shot. So we're all over the place. Let's go ahead and try 3 more shots, and we'll see what the results are. Here we go. Shot number 1.
Height was great. You were target right. Well, target and a half right.
Shot number 2. And shot number 3.
So I don't need to be filming this one. Man.
28 Nosler. 3 shots. Should be better in the wind. It's a little bit less accurate of a rifle or ammo combination, but with the wind bucking capabilities, it might make impacts a little bit easier. Hard to improve too well, but we'll see what happens. So, shot number 1.
It's a pretty phenomenal splash.
Shot number 2. And shot number 3. Oh my gosh.
All right, hopefully I can shoot as good as Cody did. Shooting 6.5 with ELD VTs. See what they do. How much wind were you holding on this one?
When I hit him, it was a different wind than you got, but it was probably like 10 minutes right to left. And it feels like it might be 10 minutes right to left right now, actually.
10 minutes right to left.
Yeah.
Shot number 1.
I think you were just off left, maybe bottom left, maybe.
Okay.
Shot number 2.
You said I was off left, maybe?
Just off, yeah, barely. Just under.
All right, we were shooting a 175 grain ALBRs. We ran out of those, so now we're going to be shooting the Precision Hunter 162 grain ELDX. Oh man, my hands are cold. We had a one-sider, so I have a ballpark where it is, so we aren't just shooting blind, but I have a pretty good idea. The wind's acting a lot better, so hopefully I can do good on this one. Shot number 1.
Top left.
Top left.
Yeah. I would bring another half MOA to the right and then dial it down probably another 3/4.
Shot number 2.
Perfect height, right edge.
Right edge, huh?
Yep.
Shot number 3. It's hot. Feels nice though.
I bet it does. All right, let's wrap things up. So Team Lawrence gave us a little bit of a challenge. We came out here to figure it out, see how we could compare to him. Dealing with some pretty terrible conditions today, so I came up with the idea, or I couldn't decide really which rifle I wanted to use. Do I want to choose the accurate rifle, or do I want to choose the rifle that bucks the wind a little bit better? We're dealing with some heavy winds, and they're switching back and forth. So we shot both. Why not? So 6.5 Creedmoor versus the 28 Nosler. Significantly more wind drift with the 6.5, but it's proven to be a significantly more accurate rifle. I think that has to do with the cartridge, not necessarily the rifle itself. If you don't believe us, we're going to do an ammo test to prove it. I think we're just testing 8 different types of ammo through this rifle. It's a Seekins PH2 and 6.5 Creedmoor. If you're interested in seeing that video, make sure you subscribe and go check that out. Should be a lot of fun. I'm excited to see it perform too, because it's a shooter. That being said, I ended up going 3 for 3 with that gun, which actually shocked me. The wind was strong but steady, which really helped. And then I switched over to the 28, and I ended up only going 1 for 3. So for my very small sample size test, that would say the accuracy beats wind bucking capabilities. I don't know if that's true. In fact, I would say it's not true at all. I would choose the wind bucking capabilities, assuming that the rifle's still somewhat accurate. We want to do a long video on that. Let us know in the comments, is that something you want to see? Obviously, we're limited on our own personal gear, but we might test some different cartridges, some different rifles, and then, of course, different ranges. Today, we were shooting 1,078 because Team Lawrence gave us a challenge at 1068. We wanted to beat him, both with distance and shooting. He smoked us in shooting, so that kind of sucked. But Drew ended up going, was it 1 for 3 on the 6.5 and then 2 for 3 on the 28? So I don't know. What are your thoughts? How'd it go in your opinion?
Yeah, I think we preach a lot about practice. Most of it is going to be wind call. If you can do good wind calls, if you can do a perfect wind call, then it doesn't matter. The problem is no one can do a perfect wind call. The other thing is the change of time, even between shots, was enough that the wind hold was different. It was substantially less with the 28, which is really nice because your wind call has to be a lot less perfect. 6.5, it was getting thrown around in the wind. For sure, you can tell from one shot to the next, it was almost the equivalent of like a cold bore shot where you're not exactly sure what's going to happen. Had a pretty good idea. We do shoot in the wind a lot. Unfortunately, where we're at, it's windy a lot. It's also freaking cold today. I don't know if you can see my hand shaking earlier. I'm trying not to. I'm freezing. Usually I have gloves in my range bag. I don't today. Either way, we got a lot of excuses. It was really fun. If I had to make a life-dependent shot, I'm not convinced which one I would go with. That would not being able to have to call the wind as good with the 28 is phenomenal. Having a lot of trust in your rifle. I'm a big believer in get a lot of faith in your in your system and don't mess with it. Me and Cody differ on that quite a bit, but there is something about having a rifle that you know and trust. And if you know a rifle is phenomenally accurate, I think the confidence plays a lot into that. So I think I'm still leaning more accurate's more important. But most important is practice. Practice wind calls, practice all this stuff, because you may think you're good. And if you go out in a day like today, if we film the grass, it's hardly moving. You could hardly tell there's wind at all. Then you shoot and it's anywhere from an 8 to 10 MOA drift, which at this distance is you're missing not your target, but the target next to it or the animal. You're shooting 4 animals to the right.
All right. So, yeah, and the numbers I stated were off the bench. The challenge was to shoot off the tripod. As you guys saw, that went even worse. So, the tripod we're using was my tripod that I glass off of. It's a light, ultralight backpacking type style tripod, not built for what we did today. We didn't want to not do the challenge, so we dealt with the conditions. We dealt with the equipment I have. I don't like to shoot off a tripod very much. I prefer to go prone. If I can't go prone, I shoot off my backpack or I build some other type of position in the field. If I did put an ARCA clamp or ARCA on my rifle, I could clamp it into my tripod. That would probably help. Maybe that's a test we'll do in the future too. But if you guys plan to hunt or shoot off of tripods, it's probably worth investing in some of that gear that's designed for it. Our gear wasn't designed for it, and the results showed. I think practicing and maybe a day with less wind would probably improve those results, but I still think that it's not a good idea. Let us know in the comments. Do you guys prefer to shoot off a tripod? Do you guys have a certain range that you're not willing to shoot game off of a tripod past? Also, let us know, which rifle do you pick? If you're choosing between these two or even your own, are you choosing something that's going to be your most accurate rifle for a windy shot, or is it going to be the one with the best wind bucking capabilities? Anything to wrap it up there?
Yeah, unfortunately, a lot of this too comes into the quality of your gear. We started out with 3 tripods. The first one was Cody's first tripod. I don't own a tripod, so we were shooting Cody's first one and ended up just getting thrown out of frame because it was so crappy. So just having the equipment doesn't mean anything. You have to have the quality equipment. Doesn't necessarily have to be the most expensive, but make sure you have quality equipment.
Yeah, so if you want to see how we feel about tripods, check this out.